Good evening and welcome to the Bee Gees live in concert. From wherever you're watching in Australia, New Zealand, the United States, I'm Craig McLaughlin. G'day. Very proud to be here tonight with Channel 7 to present for you something very special. The first Bee Gees Australian concert tour in 15 years. Now, as you can probably tell, I'm standing outside the National Tennis Centre here in Melbourne, or for you American folk, Melbourne, on a typically balmy Melbourne evening. The goose pimples are purely an illusion. Behind me, enthusiastic concert goers making their way in to take their seats and to probably buy the odd Bee Gees t-shirt and poster. I'm about to do the very same thing, but before I go, I must just say I did catch last night's show and it was sensational. I found myself in total bop till you drop mode. The guys played all their old classics, heaps of new stuff. Listen, I won't say any more, I don't want to spoil it for you. And you know, the Bee Gees' career has been phenomenal, spanning 3 decades, 26 albums, 50 international hits, and record sales of over 100 million. And of course, they've successfully produced heaps of other artists. And the best thing is, it started right here in Australia. Brisbane, in fact, some 30 years ago. Have a squeeze at this, and I'll be right back.
Some of the boys I'm looking for. Lee Henderson told me earlier they were down here in the audience. The Bee Gees, Barry A., the leader of the group, come here. Barry Gibb and your young brothers. Now, come on, who are you? Which is which? You're twins, eh?
I'm Robin.
Robin?
Morris.
And Morris. Now, you all sing together, eh?
Redcliffe Speedway really was our first show.
It was in the back of a flatbed truck, and we all started singing, and they threw money on the track.
Between the races, not during the races.
Well, we think it was money. We thought the race was finished, so we ran out and get the money.
We thought it was money, we discovered later it was hand grenades.
I happened to be rushing around the pits organising motorcycles to be out on the track for the first event after interval, and I heard the kids sing. And the absolutely beautiful harmony of the voices just made me stop dead in the tracks. I said, holy smoke, this is good.
That Bill Good was racing around the track, and he went, oh, that's how it goes. What's that? What was that?
It was Bill Gates, myself, Bill Good, Barry Gibb, and it crossed our minds that their mother was Barbara Gibb, and they were the brothers Gibb, and there seemed to be all these Bee Gees laying around, you know, so we thought, well, we'll call them the Bee Gees. I mean, why not?
3 o'clock in the morning, we're about to leave, and in come these 3 kids with these little shirts with their little felt badges on it that says Bee Gees, right? I've still got the original tape where he says, my name is Barry Gibb, I live at 23 Cambridge Avenue, Surfers Paradise. My first song is Let Me Love You. Boom, let me love you, I'll never let you go. And they had these magic harmonies, and they changed from the first to the third and the fifth.
Oh, my old man's a dustman, he wears a dustman's hat. He wears gold-blimey trousers, and he lives in a council flat.
They end up doing their own recording later on in a little studio out at Hurst.
To pull them up, but he calls them baby boots.
I think it had an old piano there. I think the only 2 notes were in tune were the ones that they went dung, 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 dung for Spicks and Specks.
Where is the sun that shone on my head? The sun in my life, it is dead, it is dead.
So we were recording in this studio that was right up until we left for England, and the last thing we recorded in that studio was a record called Spicks and Specks, which as we were leaving on the ship became a big hit in Australia.
I could leave.
Our mum told us that a Mr. Stigweed called.
Yeah.
And we were living in a little semi-detached in Hendon that we'd rented. And it was like, I don't know how he found us.
Yeah.
And we returned the call, and then we had a meeting with him, and we realised it was Robert Stigwood, who was the managing director of NEMS.
We were given £300 to go and buy some clothes by Robert, who was relatively disappointed in what we purchased.
I'm a man. Can't you see what I am? I live and I breathe for you. But what good does it do?
Even when we lived in Australia, we've always loved ballads, you know, and we have Robin in particular has an amazing ballad voice. It's that type of voice.
Is there any chance of hearing that famous Bee Gees harmony?
To Massachusetts. Something's telling me I must go home. And the lights all went out in Massachusetts. And Massachusetts is one place I have seen.
And we remember after Massachusetts did as well as it did, we went to a big reception where they gave us these gold records and everything. It was wonderful. And it was the Cromwell.
Yeah, the Cromwell Club, the most significant.
And outside the Cromwell Club, there's a great big poster saying the most significant new musical talent of 1967. And we've never been able to figure out quite what that meant.
What do I do to have you to stay? I pleaded you to cry. I read to you nearly every day.
And in Miami, there was a bridge that you'd always pass over between the studio and where we were staying. And it was sort of like tick, 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 tick.
Actually went.
Every time we went over it, you know, I just suddenly got the idea of jive, just the name jive talking and that ticky thing. And we started to sing it between ourselves all the way back to the house. And we got to the house and we actually finished the song before we went to bed.
We were told about a guy who works in the paint shop on the other side of the bridge and blows his wages every Saturday night in the club.
John Travolta couldn't dance to Staying Alive.
So he said, can we keep You Should Be Dancing in? Because I love dancing to this song.
We described it since as like being in the eye of a storm. Yeah. It was like it's phenomenal success all around you, and everybody, nobody around you, even your closest friends, don't treat you the same way anymore. No. Everybody looks at it, stands back from you, and they don't talk to you properly, and it was very strange for us. To round it off, we're extremely proud of the music. We're not necessarily proud of the word disco
and all this rubbish, you know. Every time I see somebody in the studio, I beg your pardon.
To have had a longevity is what we're proud of. People say to us sometimes, you know, you've made all your money, you've had your hits, why are you bothering? You know? Well, we say, why are we bothering? Well, why did we bother in the first place? We go out on stage not to expect anything and not to plan anything. And so that when we go on stage, the objective is to make friends.
What they can expect is a cross-section of our career from the beginning to now, which is what we wanted to do. We want to give them the old and the new. So people who are familiar and love the old stuff will get that, and also for the more
for the more discerning, for the
connoisseur of the more.
Perhaps laced with a little humour. You know, we like to make people happy, and we like to keep a lace of humour going through the show.
Serious? Already?
Put the record on. Put the record on. Put the album on. We'll be out there.
Okay.
Good luck.
And good luck to you too. Guys, don't go away. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back with the Bee Gees live in concert.
living ordinary lives. Ordinary people, living ordinary lives. We were ordinary people, living ordinary lives. We were ordinary people, living ordinary lives. When the clock on the wall keeps moving, time stands still. No matter how the dice may fall, someone else always gets to call the number. We say goodbye, cruel world. No pain, no pain tonight. Whatever the cost, all is lost. If there's in love with no name, then it's all in the stars. When wrong or right, there's no one to blame. No lies. What else could we do? Living ordinary lives. Made a dream for you. Living ordinary lives. Oh. We were ordinary people. Living ordinary lives. We were ordinary people. Living ordinary lives. We were ordinary people. What else could we do? Living ordinary lives. Made a dream for you. Living ordinary lives. Oh. We were ordinary people. Living ordinary lives. 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 Good evening, Melbourne. Good evening, Australia. Let's go.
Well, what a concert. And here they are, the boys. Barry, Maurice, Robin. Fantastic stuff. The vibe out there was just sensational.
Wonderful crowd, wonderful crowd.
So what's it like after 15 years, finally coming home, an audience like that?
Well, it's absolutely incredible. I mean, the people have been so warm to us. And Australians, I mean, you know, they're known for that. So, you know, it's great to be home.
Great, it's great to have you home. You guys have written so many songs over the years, and thank you for that. Everyone, how do you decide what you're going to do at a gig? Like after 15 years you come back, who decides which songs, what songs?
That's hard to say, but we throw it around between each other. We're pretty democratic about it. And I think we punch each other up. There's about 33 songs in this show, and the next time we come, which will be in about 2 years, we'll change about half of the show. to include quite a few others that we didn't do, like Emotion or some of the Streisand stuff, things like that. Yeah, Tragedy. Yeah, we'll change it again. Yeah, mate.
Okay, I think, well, there's the first one. Barry, thanks, mate. See you soon. Oh, it's the next one. All right. Come with me. Thank you. Now, Barry, don't sprint off on us there. Okay, mate. See ya. Good one. It's just you and me, buddy. Very much like the car I arrived in tonight. Mine was about 12 foot shorter and had a little plastic thing that said taxi on the top of it. It was rented as well. It sort of had 4 wheels. That's great. Fantastic, Maurice. See you soon. Great gig. Bye, guys. Well, it's all mine. See you later. Well, there you have it. A fantastic, fantastic concert. And I'm going to get run over right here. Bye. See ya. There they go, the Bee Gees. Sensational show. See you soon, Robin. Bye. Well, one for Australia. A fantastic concert. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did, as much as I did. I'll see you next time. I'm Craig McLaughlin. Until then, see ya.